Okay. Um, Welcome back to another edition of Skyrim Book Club. Um, Here again with my best buddy, Steadfast Dwarven Spider. Steadfast is the correct adjective. This guy is just, he sticks like glue. Man, he is so reliable. He's just very cool. Very fun guy to have around. And of course, the lovely Serana. Yeah, again, like, not quite sure what our status is. I mean, sometimes she seems very interested in me, and other times, like, not so much. Whoa, hello. Was that a pass, Serana? Damn. But see, look, now she's turning her back. She's, like, so hot and cold. I just don't even know anymore. I mean, it's complicated. I actually am still married. Maybe that's what's bothering her. But, that's a story for another time. My wife lives in solitude with the kids. And, me and Serana kind of just hang out here in Whiterun. But again, that's, a story for another time. So, I was thinking that we might just head up to the inn. Just see what's shaking there. What's up, dude?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Oh, I have. And it does. This guy, always so depressed.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days?
What?
Everyone is obsessed with death.
Yes, I know.
Whatever you need, Dragonborn, just say the word.
Thank you. Thank you for the respect. Man, I remember the days when they used to just, like, rag on me endlessly about, like, oh, someone stole your sweet roll. It's so fucking rude. And now they give me respect. That's one thing that's pretty good, I guess, about, being in retirement. This guy.
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, not right now, Jack.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Jesus. Get the fucking health inspector in here, you know what I'm saying? Where's Saadia? I kind of have a crush on Saadia. Ooh, hello, Saadia. Remember that time I saved you from all those dudes with curved swords? That was fun. I enjoyed that. Alright. I like to sit up here because nobody bothers me, Nobody, asks for fucking autographs or whatever. Like, they just let me do my thing. Is the bard here? I think I killed that bard. Sorry, I have a bit of an anger problem. I mean, I'm a lot calmer now that I'm retired, but that fucking guy, Mikhail, is that his name? He's just such a creeper.
Yes, Mom.
Oh shit. Is she gonna run all the way up here? Anyway, yeah, he was just gross. I just had to fucking kill him. Yeah, here she comes. Ladies, please. One at a time. Anyway. Book we have today is I can't even remember what I was gonna... Man, I need to fucking lay off the skooma. Seriously, I'm so rich. Look how rich I am. It doesn't even matter. It's just like, I could just be high all day. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I think I was gonna do Thief. Thief by Revan. Here we go. Again, please excuse me if I mispronounce things. The names are difficult. You know it, I know it. Alright, let's go. If the reader has not yet had the pleasure of reading the first volume in these series on the life of Eslaf Errol, Beggar, he should close this book immediately, for I shan't recap. Oh man, do you think we should? Well, whatever. Let's just push on. I will tell you this much, gentle reader. When we last saw Eslaf, he was a boy, an orphan, a failed beggar, running through the wild winter woods of Skyrim. Oh, sorry. Away from his home of Erelgard. He continued running, stopping here and there for many more years until he was a young man. Eslaf discovered that among the ways of getting food, asking for it was the most troublesome. Far easier was finding it in the wilderness or taking it from unguarded market stalls. The only thing worse than begging to get food was begging for the opportunity to work for the money to buy it. That seemed needlessly complicated. Agreed. No, as far as Eslaf was concerned, he was best off being a scavenger, a beggar, and a thief. He committed his first act of thievery shortly after leaving Erelgard, while in the southern woods of Tamberkur, in the rugged land near Mount Jessen, just east of the village of Horbeld. Eslaf was starving, having not eaten anything but a rather scrawny raw squirrel in 4 days, and he smelled meat cooking, and then found the smoke. A band of minstrel bards was making camp. He watched them from the bushes as they cooked and joked and flirted and sang. He could have asked them for some food, but so many others had refused him before. Instead, he rushed out, grabbed a piece of meat from the fire, and, wincing from the burns, scrambled up the nearest tree to devour it while the bards stood under him and laughed. "What is your next move, thief?" giggled a fair, red-headed woman who was covered with tattoos. "How do you intend to disappear without us catching and punishing you?" As the hunger subsided, Eslaf realized she was right. The only way to get out of the tree without falling in their midst was to take the branch down to where it hung over a creek. It was a drop off a cliff of about 50 feet. That seemed like the wisest strategy, so Eslaf began crawling in that direction. "You do know how to fall, boy," called out a young Khajiit, but a few years older than Eslaf, thin but muscular, graceful in his slightest movements. "If you don't, you should just climb down here and take what's coming to you. It's idiotic to break your neck, when we'd just give you some bruises and send you on your way." "Of course I know how to fall," Eslaf called back, but he didn't. He just thought the trick of falling was to have nothing underneath you and let nature take its course. But 50 feet up, when you're looking down, is enough to give anyone pause. "I'm sorry to doubt your abilities, Master Thief," said the Khajiit, grinning. "Obviously, you know to fall feet first with your body straight, but loose to avoid cracking like an egg. It seems you are destined to escape us." Eslaf wisely followed the Khajiit's hints and leapt into the river, falling without much grace, but without hurting himself. In the years that followed, he had to make several more drops from even greater heights, usually after a theft, sometimes without water beneath him, and he improved the basic technique. When he arrived in the western town of Jotunheim on the morning of his 21st birthday, it didn't take him long to find out who was the richest person most deserving of being burgled. An impregnable palace in a park near the center of town was owned by a mysterious young man called Soybud. Eslaf wasted no time in finding the palace and watching it. A fortified palace, he had come to learn, was like a person, with quirks and habits beneath its hard shell. It was not an old place. Evidently, whatever money this Soybud had come into was fairly recent. It was regularly patrolled by guards, implying that the rich man was fearful of being burgled, with good reason. The most distinctive feature of the palace was its tower, rising 100 feet above the stone walls, doubtless giving the occupant a good defensive view. Islaf guessed that if Soybud, that if Soybud was as paranoid as he guessed him to be, the tower would also provide a view of the palace storehouse. The rich man would want to keep an eye on his fortune. That meant that the loot couldn't be directly beneath the tower, but somewhere in the courtyard within the walls. The light in the tower shone all night long, so Islaf boldly decided that the best time to burgle was by the light of day, when Soybud must sleep. That would be the time the guards would least expect a thief to pounce. And so, when the noon sun was shining over the palace, Islaf quickly scaled the wall near the front gate and waited, hidden in the crenellations. I don't know that word, crenellations. I guess it means like cracks or whatever. Embellishments on the wall. The interior courtyard was plain and desolate, with few places to hide, but he saw that there were 2 wells. One the guards used from time to time to draw up water and slake their thirst, but Islaf noticed that guards would pass by the other well, never using it. He waited until the guards were distracted, just for a second, by the arrival of a merchant in a wagon, bearing goods for the palace. While they were searching his wagon, Islaf leapt elegantly, feet first, from the wall into the well. It was not a particularly soft landing, for as Islaf had guessed, the well was not full of water, but gold. Still, he knew how to roll after a fall, and he didn't hurt himself. How did he roll in a well? Sorry. I guess there's like a bunch of space far down the shaft of the well. In the dark subterranean storehouse, he stuffed his pockets with gold and was about to go to the door, which he assumed would lead to the tower, when he noticed a gem the size of an apple, worth more than all the gold that was left. Islaf found room for it down his pants. The door did indeed lead to the tower, and Islaf followed its curving stairwell up, walking quietly but quickly. At the top, he found the master of the palace's private quarters, ornate and cold, with invaluable artwork and decorative swords and shields on the walls. Islaf assumed the snoring lump under the sheets was Soybud, but he didn't investigate too closely. He crept to the windows and looked out. It was going to be a difficult fall, for certes. He needed to jump from the tower, past the walls, and hit the tree on the other side. The tree branches would hurt, but they would break his fall, and there was a pile of hay he had left under the tree to prevent further injury. Islaf was about to leap when the occupant of the room woke up with a start, yelling, "My gem!" Islaf had stared at him for a second, wide-eyed. They looked alike, not surprising, since they were brothers. Islaf Errol's story is continued in the book Warrior. Oh wow, very cool. That's pretty entertaining. I definitely want to know what happens. I'm hooked. What do you guys think? Very interesting. Learned some interesting...
You want a drink?
I'm okay, actually. Thank you.
Until next time.
Yes, indeed. Felt like I learned some good techniques for thieving. Keeping your... How the fuck did you get over there? That was creepy. Was that some spooky vampire shit? Damn, Serana. Not cool. Not cool. Yeah. Keeping your gold in a well. Pretty fucking smart. We'll have to start checking the wells now. Not that I need any money, but, you know, I'm just bored or whatever. Anyway, I guess Serana and I are gonna chow down on some boiled cream treat and some Alto wine. Thanks again.
Oh, hi. I'm glad
for joining us. They're just chit-chatting down there. Whoa, hello, ladies.
Strong man can do for you this fine day.
Never mind. Hilarious. Ah, that guy.
Every one of them.
Harpies. Whoa.
Don't go away mad.
That's misogynist. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, well, hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I will see you next time. Well, I guess we'll probably have to read Beggar. Sorry I read them out of order. It was good though, I liked it. Anyway, yeah, we will see you next time. Bye.